Greetings, Internet world. This week's video is going to be a little bit different. I'm going to give you a brief history of the username Footknight. I've used this username since I started playing Sauerbraten. Oh, what was it now? 2009? Maybe 2010? No, 2008. It's been a while now. And I used this username ever since then. It was pretty much one of the very first usernames I ever used on an online game, for that matter. And pretty much ever since then, every other game that I have played, I have more or less used it, or some variant of it. Believe it or not, some online games, I can't think of anyone particularly right now, but I know that there are, or maybe like forums or websites or something, because I use it on those too, have actually had the name unavailable. So apparently somebody else out there is using it, which is actually probably shouldn't be that surprising. I mean, maybe it's a more common name than I think, or common words. But the reason for making this video and explaining the history behind my name, or rather the reason why I chose it, is because a lot of people, especially on Sauerbraten here, like to make foot fetish jokes and things like that, and I can see why. Because, you know, that name would suggest that I'm perhaps a knight in search of feet, but that is not actually the case for this name. It is not the origin of the name. So, without further getting my ass kicked here, I'm going to show you where the name comes from. Our story begins in the mystical year 2007 or so. It's, is that a bad thing? It was getting hard to remember. Anywho, so I was always kind of behind the times when it came to video games. I never had any of the newest consoles when they came out. The only one I've ever actually had right when it was, you know, still popular or still cool was the Switch. And I love the Switch, it's awesome. But in this time, I had just moved into a new neighborhood, and we met some of the kids who lived nearby to our house, and one of them had a Game Boy Color system that they were getting bored of and didn't want anymore, so they gave it to me. And to this day, I still have this lime green Game Boy. It's sitting on my desk actually right here. I enjoy it, but unfortunately I don't have the cartridge for which my username draws its name, it comes from. I lost that, and I'm very sad about that. I really enjoyed the game. It was called Warlocked, and I don't know, I don't think this game was ever super popular, but it definitely was a lot of fun. It was one of those kind of unsung hero or underrated games. And the idea of the game was army building, so you would essentially construct armies, and then almost like chess, I suppose, except it's not turn-based, it's simultaneous. You would carry out your army to complete various objectives, such as returning a wizard back to its temple, saving a princess, or knocking out an enemy barracks, such as that creepy-looking thing with the fangs on the grass there. That's actually an enemy barracks. So you'd have scenes that look like this. That is the enemy team's main base, that big spider thing. Depending on the world type, you had deserts, you had grasslands, and you had caves. I think also snowy forests. This one I believe is a cave or perhaps a volcano. Oh yeah, there's also dragons, which are pretty cool. But the characters all are ground type of characters. They walk along the ground. You can actually play as the enemy team and go up against the human team, as seen in this particular screenshot here. This is the main menu of the game. Very retro looking. So you know, everybody was coming out with what would have been the DS. Lite was out. The DS, I think it just come out, was very popular. Pokemon was in like Gen 4 or 5. I was rocking the Game Boy Color and quite loving this game. It was the only cartridge I actually had for the system until some years, 2 years ago or so. I got this, what is this, like a WrestleMania game or something. It's kind of fun, but I definitely miss my Warlocked cartridge. And in this game, my favorite characters were the knights. I usually played as the human team, which can be seen as the princess there, versus, what is that guy's name? Emperor Zog, I believe, the enemy team. I always played as the human team. Usually I played through the whole game as both teams, and I beat it many times, but generally I preferred the human team, and I like to assemble massive armies of these knights. So when I jumped into Sauerbraten and was prompted with the ability to choose a username for whatever reason, I just immediately jumped to Warlocked, which I was playing a lot at the time, and thought, oh, the knights, I like them. That'll be my name. So that is where my name comes from. There's the game cartridge. Mine looked exactly like that, except that the picture was a little more worn out. And these are the characters for which my name comes from. It is a knight who does not use a horse. He walks on foot, hence his name, Footknight. Foot Soldier, I guess, is another name, or even just simply Knight. And there's no characters in the game that actually use vehicles of any kind, or horses, or like siege engines or anything. I guess the dragon is as close as it comes, but they don't ride it. They just tame it and then have it with them. And so yeah, thanks to this SSB awesome person for getting these sprites. It's a perfect example. And this is where my name comes from. So yeah, that's about it. To this day, like I say, I still have my Game Boy Color, and I really enjoy Warlocked. Every now and then I'll pop it open on a Game Boy Color emulator and play through it. It's good fun. I do want to find a cartridge again. I really could probably just look on eBay or Amazon or something, but so there you have it. That is the origin of the name Footknight. I want to hear any more foot fetish jokes, dang it. So there it is. I hope you enjoyed that little story, that the origin of my username. Whenever somebody jokes and is like making foot fetish jokes, I'm just going to link this video and be like, this is why I chose the name. If you're going to make jokes, well, I mean, I don't know, jokes are fun. I know I need to lighten up, but a few other things. My Game Boy Color cartridge console, right there. You say it's a little more worn out than the one in that picture, but it still works. It's still there. I enjoy it. It's a lot of fun, and I have a few sneak peeks for you. Where did I put them? I believe it's over here. Nope, that's not it. Where is it? Oh, I think I lost it. I am working on a game project here. I'm not joking. I am, but I can't find the pictures. I have maps that I'm working on and a character that I'm working on, but I don't want to give away the name of the game or too much about it right now because, you know, like copyright stuff and whatever you put on the internet is like fair game. So I don't want to put anything out until I know it's protected and no one's just going to go ahead and walk away with it. But I do have things going. I promise I do. And I'm also really wanting to kick my butt into doing a lot more, you know, attention-grabbing content on this channel. I've been doing this thing for like literally, I don't know, since like 2011, so it's been almost 10 years. And I mean, I'm over 100 subscribers. That's pretty cool, and thank you each and every one of you for that. But as I learn more about YouTube, I learn that you have to have a catch. You have to have something that is unique, that is different, because, oh look, another guy playing video games. Big whoop. What does his channel have that makes it more unique? Well, not sure. Something will catch somebody's eye. So yeah, I can tell you one thing I have is rants and rambles. So with that, I'm just going to draw your attention to the Discord link at the top of the screen. You are more than welcome to jump on my Discord server. It's all about gaming, game discussion, gameplay, content creating. I've got channels set up on there if you're into YouTube or Twitch or whatever kind of content. If you're a game developer of any kind, hobbyist or otherwise, I have channels set up for that, and am more than looking forward to having people to collaborate on projects with. The link is also available in the description below the video. So with that, I'm going to drop out and I will upload again hopefully next week for sure. Trying for a once a week thing. So yeah, with that, Footknight out. Till next time.